In 2012, Ivan's great-nephew Matthew Mallette and a friend murdered a classmate. They were 19 years old. He was trying to follow in the footsteps of his serial killer uncle.
Three, two, one. YouTubers, YouTuber merch available. Subscribe, like, share, comment, become a member for exclusive access and even discounts on merch, live recordings, all that shit. Now today, Matthew Mallette. You probably think that rings a bell. Ivan Milat, backpacker, Australian backpacker, most prolific, not most prolific probably, but most, could be Australia's most prolific. Got caught for 7 backpacker bodies. I'm trying to dodge that word for you so it doesn't get flagged. So yeah, I met Matthew Mallette inside. Like quite a strange guy. He originally, his last name was not Milat. He had a different last name and he wanted to change it to Milat. He changed to Milat. The guy that he actually went and ended and murdered took him to the ller forest where his uncle had done it. I don't know if he knew it was the same spot or whatever. I don't even know how close he was, or if he was just a relative of his. And you know what I mean? I think his mum was the sister of Ivan Milat, so that's why he didn't have the same last name. But he changed it. I think he changed it when he was 18 or as soon as he could. It's kind of like, you know what I mean? If your kid's hanging around a kid like that changes his last name to Milat and he's boasting about being a relative of Milat, get your kid away from him. Same goes with anyone that boasts anything about dangerous criminals or dangerous violent criminals, especially someone who's literally R-word, R-A-P-E-D, women, innocent women, men, hacked their spines so they could not fucking move. Are you serious? Anyway, I'm going to tell you on a personal level about him. Here's a little clip just to tell you about his case, just so you know what he's about, you know who he is, for those who don't know.
Okay. Well, what I'm trying to do here is just to corroborate what happened earlier this morning and the questions that I had asked him this morning. Yeah. Is it the case that you're not going to answer those questions about what happened?
Yes.
Now, I want to ask you some questions about it. Are you prepared to answer those questions?
No.
In 2012, Ivan's great-nephew Matthew Mallette and a friend murdered a classmate. They were 19 years old. He was trying to follow in the footsteps of his serial killer uncle. Which is also kind of weird because all of his family, or nearly all his family, say he's innocent when he didn't do it. Matthew and his friend brought the victim, David, out to the bungalow, where Matthew told him he was going to kill him and produced an axe. Matthew butchered the victim. The next day, before he was caught, Matthew was bragging to people about what he had done. Said, well, hey, I'm a Milat, and that's just what we do, lads.
It's another chapter in the criminal story of the Mallette family. The great-nephew of serial killer Ivan Milat has been sentenced to at least 30 years in prison for murdering the teenager David Octoloni.
He won't be getting out anytime soon. Only one...
So Matthew Mallette took his friend, his literal friend. Apparently his friend owed him $20 or something. The amount of blokes on went inside that someone owed them... I might be able to get a few other blokes on that. Actually, one of them just got knocked as well. But anyway, someone owed him $20. They've gone after him. A little weed debt. Who says weed isn't dangerous? No one hurts anyone from weed. Well, it's when they don't have it. But there's one right there. Anyway, takes him up to the thing. Gets his mate to... what's his mate's name? Colin? Colin. Yeah. So his mate's at Goulburn. His mate dropped him, gave him up. He's in the yard... was in the working yard or something on the SMAP side, special management, area placement. That's what that stands for. So that's not the main, but it's not like where they put the S offenders and stuff. It's like sort of in between. Goulburn's a bit different when it comes to its yards. There's different people mix. It's weird, But I know now it's all protection. But anyway. So yeah, that's his co-offender. His co-offender just filmed. I think his co-offender was very scared. They caught him very quickly. They caught him within days. They had it obviously on their phone and shit. I think they boasted to a couple of people. So meeting this bloke, very, very, one of those blokes, overly nice, overly friendly. Never trust them blokes, you know what I mean? It's like they want to get on your good side. You don't know what they're thinking. They could be up there at night and And don't think people can't get you. Like, 3 Gronks stab me in the back, 3 Muppets, full Muppets. Like, just Unky J's, bro. They'll put blood in themselves if it's got something in it. Like, just absolute Muppets. Then locked themselves in and wouldn't come out. Like, one of them chopped his dick not to come out the other, like, last year or something. Still, years later, 6, 7 years later, still sitting there scared. But that's what they just get off their head, bro. You think you're safe, you think you made a name, you think you've got a reputation, you think you can fight. Someone will just come from behind that can't fight and put one. They touch your spine, you're gone, just like Ivan Milat did. Anyway, Matthew Mallette takes him up there, does what he does to him with a fucking, like, this battle axe or something, like a Viking. Anyway, he's a actual literal racist, right? So all the fucking well, he says he is. I don't know if he just wants to be or he thinks that he should be. Maybe his uncle is, maybe his uncles are. I've seen him training with like someone that's fully black, fully Fijian, like training with him. But then he used to walk around with a shaved head. Then he grew his hair back. I don't know, his hair comes and goes. I remember there was this other white power, I think it's white power, white pride army, Australia, whatever. One of them was there. It was his birthday. Matty makes him a watch with a swastika on it, trying to, like, get in with them and shit, you know. And this other guy's like, bro, this guy just does my fucking head in, bro. He's just always brown nosing and fucking, you know. He's obviously his mate that he killed wasn't a fighter, wasn't a violent person or nothing. This guy probably wasn't. Thought he'd get into that life, thought that his name meant something, you know. He's like, your uncle's putrid, bro. And what you've just done is pretty putrid too. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter if he owed you or not, you know. It doesn't come under jail rules, like classification of an S offender or a dog or something like that, you know. A man's killed a man, like. So unfortunately, you know, people don't go into the specifics of things. So he was into, like, witchcraft, like witchy, you know. He was into witchcraft and like wizardry and stuff like that. I don't know how. Lithgow Prison, he has found a book at the library, at Lithgow Prison Library, maximum security inmates, on witchcraft, how to do witchcraft, shit like that, spells, fucking. Mate, if you're getting donated books, maybe go through them, because clearly you've itemized them and you've put them in alphabetical order and put them in the section they need to be in. So you've read what the book's about. You know what the book's about and you know what the book's called. So if someone comes and looking for witch shit, they're gonna find it. How didn't you find it putting it there? You don't put that shit in a fucking thing. You know how many spinners are there? Well, here's one for you. They have that movie on. It's got them 3 girls in it. Why can I never think of this on time? They're in high school and they fucking turn into witches and, you know, they get their powers or some shit. So 1,000 people are going to drop this in the comments. Please do so. Just drop it. If you know the name of it, please drop it. That's on one night. You know what I mean? It gets on a lot. He's 2 out with someone that I've known for years. He's in for his second body, but it was both times it was by fighting. Just unfortunate, you know what I mean? He is a boxer, but both times by fighting, unfortunately for him. Anyway, he's in with him, Marky. 3 in the morning or something, they come and grab this bloke. I think he's in a 1 out. Yeah, they take him up and say, bro, you gotta stay in here with old mate, because he's on a he's not on a green card, but Marky woke up at 3 in the morning and this is what he's seen. Mate, he's laying on the floor in the middle of this circle that he's made, right? Marky does not know anything about what the fuck this shit is. The witchcraft book is fucking sitting there. He's got all these symbols and shit laying around on papers. He's laying there, the top of his head, like that, is purple. All the blood's gone there, right? He's taken 300 muscle relaxants or something. Apparently he tried to end himself, right? But he also said that he was trying to get into this zone. In that movie, they look in the mirror at one point and they look long enough that the reflection moves and talks back to them or some shit like that, you know? Well, he got caught. Mark was looking at him. He said, bro, he was standing there for hours, literally hours, just staring straight into that mirror, waiting for it to move, waiting for it to fucking, you know what I mean? So he thought, maybe I need some help. Took 300 muscle relaxants that he saved up. He's dropped, his body's so relaxed, his blood started pooling at the top of his head. And that's when he woke up, and lucky he did, because otherwise they'd be like, man, what the fuck is this, you know? He'd be under investigation, all this shit. Anyway, they take him. We wake up, they clear the wing, they come get all this shit. The screws there, at sentence jails like that, the screws that worked there a long time, they talk to some inmates like sweeps and shit and say like, oh, you know what we just found in this cell, you know what I mean? Because boys will ask, Chief, what was in there? Like, what the fuck? A few screws have told the boys, oh, listen, mate, this guy's got witchcraft shit and all that. He had all them symbols like around and shit. It was just all witch shit. So, yeah, he tried to either end himself, which he'd spoken about a lot apparently. He doesn't want to do his 30-something years. But yeah, he'd train a bit. He was a very weird dude. Like, you know what I mean? Not so weird that he's sitting in the corner or like spying at you and shit, but like kind of dude that's overly happy, overly nice, always next to you. Just, you know what I mean? You'll be in the cell talking to someone private. He'll walk in, smile, stand there like he's invited or something. You know what I mean? Like just considers himself in there or something. But at the same time, just will give you anything, will do anything for you. You know what I mean? If I told him to go put holes in this cunt, he'd do it 1,000,000% straight away, because he knew that I ran willing to kill him. So he'd do it. Bro, can I get in? He's walk up start. You know what I mean? For someone that if I need the ball run up, he would do it, and he would do his best. You know. Apart from that, yeah, his crime was pretty fucked up. I think he lives with it now because it was his friend. He thought it was a cool thing to do because of what his uncle had done. And this is why, you know, as much as people look up to other people or they hear people, oh, look, you know, they get famous from their name and shit like that. They think, oh, I'm going to do that and get famous. Don't fucking do that. It's fucking, there's a little bug. I hope I got it. What a little shit, eh? Middle of a video. Anyway, so that's Matthew Mallette for you guys. Strange as, approachable, super nice, but definitely weird, you know. He come back from the hospital. They took him to the hospital. He come back 2 days later, right? And I'm like, bro, how come you're not in a dry cell for 2 weeks? Like, this was weird to me, because in my head I'm going, he's in the next yard, right? So I'm not actually in the yard with him. I can talk to him through the fence. I'm like, bro, how come, you know, like you're in there? I'm thinking, bro, normal people would be 2 weeks segro, like, you know what I mean? Like dry cell, whatever, they got to watch you. You'd be on watch. 48 hours, you're back in the yard. Like, did he tell him something? Did he say, listen, just let me back, I'll tell you who's selling stuff or something? I don't fucking know. Yeah, but I was just like, I was sussing him at the time, but nothing really came of it. After that, I just thought it was weird that he got back so quick, or he verbaled them really well and just said that he was trying to do the witchcraft shit, which just like, well, maybe you should put him in a mental health pod. But that's another thing with Joel, mental health situation. Like, you got to have some severe mental health issues, and not even like that, not even you're into witchcraft and you're dosing yourself hundreds of pills, nearly ending yourself, still won't get to a mental health part, you know what I mean? Like, just crazy. But yeah, I feel for the families, all the families involved with that one. It's a pretty sad case if you look right into it, that he did it to his mate on, I think it was on his birthday or on his mate's birthday. Came and picked him up from his house, took him, and he never went home. Just an ordinary kid, you know? Yeah, fucked up situation, fucked up people in there. I've got a lot more people to bring you, like Richard Leonard, Seth Gonzalez, Kevin Naismith, like a lot of people that have been on Forensic Investigators that people know their names but want to know about. It's that dude that threw his missus off the balcony. He was in there too. The Auburn mayor, flashing his cash around in there, you know what I mean? Like paying top dollar for everything. So yeah, I'll bring you all them and more. But thank you. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. Guys, join the memberships. At minimum, it's $1 a week. You will get some bonuses. Second tier, you get more. Third tier, for $10 a week, you're getting full-on personal, like training sessions, lessons for $10 a week. You pay a personal trainer $80 a session. You need 3 a week. You know what I mean? Hundreds of fucking dollars a week for $10 a week. You're gonna get nutrition, motivation, training where you don't even need a gym. I'm not just gonna show you routines. I'm gonna show you how to do things. I'm gonna show you how to plan a routine. I'm gonna show you how to work out what works best for you so that you can plan a routine that suits you. Also, be doing the live podcast where I'm recording, unedited. You'll see them live and you can ask questions at the end. Question time. Cowabunga. Anyway, a lot of good videos coming back up. Thank you for the support. Make sure to always like, share, and spread it as best as you can. Share it to your page, share it as a post. Do whatever you can. Much love. You can go now.